Hello, just a quick rundown before I paint for the beam lashing points that I've done on the beams. I've chosen to round these over. I'm going to turn the camera around, you can have a look as I'm explaining. So I'll just show you on this one beam, but I've got the lashing points have been rounded right over. Right up here. Okay, so I'll go through that whole arrangement there as well as all the glass work that went into it. So what I done first was I rounded the edges off with a rasp. They're 35mm. Okay. I rasped it till it got to roughly the correct angle as best I could. It's just pretty smooth, but not exact. Now then there's 4 layers of glass tape that have gone over here to give it a bit of extra strength for the compression loading when it goes on, and the wear and tear. Then to smooth it right off, I then put a very small amount of high density filler on a bit of pipe work. So that's a bit of 75mm pipe. I cut some pieces to the right width. Smear inside, and then that pushed on to the exact angle. Now I've done that on both sides. Strap that on with a ratchet strap, let it set, and when you pull them off, the surface is perfect. It's a mold of the back of that PVC plastic, and it comes out perfect. So from that point then, when I've had consecutive glassings from the top of the beam coming in, it's had another layer. So I think end up being 5 layers of glass on here. That, coupled with the fact that it's got a 35mm radius, should alleviate any wear and tear issues. And this is just a mock-up, it's not the right rope, it's only double braid. That is how it's set. So when that comes out, I don't know if you can see too well, I'll show you on the next part of the beam, but that's how it sits in. So it sits in quite nice. It doesn't need a block to sort of retain it, especially on the outer one. We'll move up to the inboard lashing point, and I will grab a straight edge. Bit of G10 will do. So we've got, when that comes on, you can see how much of a curvature is in there. So it's 35mm radius, so you really don't have any stress points on the lashings. Also, what I'm hoping is that when we do the lashings, that because there's less friction there, be able to tighten them up a bit easier. So continuing with those lashing points is the ends of the beams. I've beefed them up, so the layers that are under here, there's a 12-ounce double bias that went in here. There's also just standard 6-ounce just over the end of the beam, just to cap it. Another one on top, another one underneath. Okay, which then leads to the other part that's been done to the beam, for the lashings, so to speak, mechanics of it, I suppose. So I've then got a 1/8 inch, so 3.2mm G10 compression plate fitted to the underside of the beam there, and the same again under here. So there in the locations, the compression block in the beam trough sits centre, so that the load is distributed. Not 100% necessary, but while I've got the beams out and I'm redoing it, I'm adding all these little tweaks and upgrades that I've always thought of, so it does no harm, and I like doing that sort of stuff. So they're my little additions. I suppose while I got the one other thing on the ends of the beams, I'll just point out where your pins go through for the beam locations. My ones have got a nylon bush that runs all the way through. It's a single block that was epoxied in previously, and when I've gone through, I've also continued that 12 ounce double bias over those joins. So it's over all the joins, it's over all around the plug. I can't see anywhere where it will ever rot, so it's sort of testimony if the beams are done right. They don't rot out, they don't flog out, as you see some people have happen to them. I think it must be purely through not being built correctly. Alright, that's all for now. Catch ya.